All right, folks, welcome back. We're going to go through some of the setup for the X9 Lite. I'm going to show you how to set up your gimbals for mode 1 or mode 2. So first thing we're going to do is click that like button, subscribe, do all that stuff, please, it'll help me out. Anyways, first thing you want to do is get into the back of this radio, make sure your batteries are removed. Go ahead and pull out the 4 screws out of the back of the radio. Their Phillips head, you're going to want to use a number 1 Phillips driver. And notice I'm not setting it down on the gimbals because I don't want to damage them. Remove those 4 screws and go ahead and dump them out. There we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. The radio opens up just like so. Real simple. If you want to get this out of your way and you don't want to deal with it, just go ahead and disconnect this JST connector and set the back half aside. Now we're left looking at the back of the radio. Well, the front of the radio from the inside or the back of the radio from the inside. I don't know how you would describe that. But anyways, this is the inside of the radio. And here are your gimbals. So this is your right gimbal. I know it looks like it's on the left-hand side, but right hand. There's your right gimbal, and here is your left gimbal. Now we're going to, for me, I am doing mode 2, so I need to remove the tension from the thing that makes this go and ratchet, because I don't like a ratcheting throttle. So I'm going to, on this outer bar, the one with the notch on it, go ahead and loosen this screw up. Just about to the point where you see that it doesn't drag on the teeth here. If I can get a little more light on there. So yeah, just loosen that up just enough so it's not touching. You don't want to go any more than that, but just enough that it's not touching. Now we need to remove tension from our throttle stick, and we'll do that by loosening up this screw here. Now this is how you set your tension. Some people like the throttle tighter, some people like it looser. I'm kind of in the middle there. Kind of feel like that's pretty good, but you can feel that there's some drag on there. I don't know if you can hear it. That's this lobe here rubbing on this bar. So there's a couple things you can do. You can put a little bit of grease on there, or you can remove this whole bar and polish it with like a Dremel and some polishing compound, and then polish the lobe here as well, and to make that just a little bit smoother, not so gritty. Eventually that'll wear in, but I think I'm just going to leave it the way it is for now. I know what this radio is. It's not a jeweled piece of it's not a jeweled watch or anything like that. So I'm just gonna leave it the way it is. And now I'm gonna set my yaw stick tension by screwing this screw in or out, just so you get it to where you would like it. Also, you want to push your throttle stick all the way down and make sure it stays there. If you don't have enough tension on this bar, it'll tend to want to like kind of float up on its own. So I'm gonna keep that right about there. My yaw stick feels pretty good. And do that the same for your pitch and roll stick on the other side. So tighten and loosen this one or this one, depending on if you want more or less tension. And just little adjustments make a big difference here. Yeah, that feels pretty good to me. Just kind of flip it around and kind of feel what it feels like. Yeah, that'll do it for me. And that's pretty much it for setting up your stick tension and for your throttle stick. So go ahead and reconnect your back cover here, that JST connector. And a real nice thing about this radio is these shoulder switches are captured in the frame. If you've ever taken apart a X9D, they're not. They're kind of like sandwiched between the two halves of the frame, and then they kind of fall out, and it's quite annoying. And anyways, let's take a quick look at the inside of this. Let's appreciate the quality of the inside of this radio. It is really, really clean. There's no solder blobs, there's no bodge wires, there's nothing out of the ordinary in here. It's exactly how it's supposed to be. And then this up here is I think this is the transmitter module, and I don't know what's up with this. Is this grinding or etching of the face of this chip kind of like a way to keep people from copying them? I don't know what the symbol means. I'm sure it's something. If anybody out there knows what this is, let me know. I've seen this on a few other items on the chips where you're trying to, like normally there'd be a number and an ID for this chipset here, but they kind of etched the top of it. Kind of curious. Anyways, let's get back to putting this back together. All right, reconnect the back cover. Close it up. Drop in your screws. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And let's go ahead and just screw them back down. All right, and drop your batteries back in.
A few moments later.
All right, got our batteries installed. Go ahead and flip your radio over. Turn it on.
Welcome to OpenTX.
Now you need to set up your stick configuration. So we're going to long hold the menu button and scroll to the very bottom of the radio setup menu, menu number 1. And right here, the channel order is, this is how it's going to be set up in Betaflight. So I do TAER, and then your stick mode, mode 2. So I have rudder, throttle, elevator, aileron. If you're mode 1 or whatever, just go ahead and change this to make sense of how you want your stick outputs to be. And that is about it. A pretty simple, quick video on how to set up your stick modes and set up your tension. Anyways, quick video on how to set this up. If you like what I'm doing here, like, subscribe, and click that bell icon if you want to be notified of when I upload new videos. If you're interested in this radio, please check out the link in the description below. It's an affiliate link. Clicking on that helps me bring more content to the channel and to you guys for review and, well, just so we can see all the cool stuff out there. Get hands-on experience with it. All right, guys. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you next time. Bye.